There's a new sport trim for the 2026 Infiniti QX80, and it's pretty impressive. One of the main things, wait till you see the inside though, one of the main things here that you'll notice is it has a different grille, a sporty grille. But as most sport trims, they have a kind of blacked out look. So this one has the blacked out badging, specialty black wheels, gloss black of course, and has that two-tone with the black roof and everything. And this white color is a pearl coat and looks very impressive when you get it the right angle of the sun. So you can see it's just a full blacked out package exterior wise for the most part, except for the grille. You can see the back badging and everything is blacked out. So even the roof rails here on the top are blacked out. But check out this blue interior. So it has like this, looks like a dark, deep navy blue in combination with like suede accents here in black. And then there's some ebony wood going on. It looks really awesome. And check out the seats. That combination of blue, black, has the black here on the side with the leather here and then the cloth on the sides. And these are massage seats as well. Contrast stitching, 3-stage heated, 3-stage cooled seats, ventilated. But yeah, looking really nice. It has like a diamond pattern. And this has the Klipsch reference sound system. And there's speakers here on the headrests, here on the front seats. And the navigation will play through the speaker on the headrest on the driver's side. So that way it doesn't play through the entire vehicle and annoy everybody else. It just annoys the driver, I suppose. Here's the inside of the back door. Once again, that blue, black. Really like the Klipsch sound system. Reference audio. Has these really nice speaker grills. Gives it a premium look and sounds really good as well. Yeah, these seats are nice back here as well, but they don't have the speakers in the headrests. But yeah, plenty of room. It's a large vehicle with third row and everything. These seats will power lift out of the way for you. Like so. All right, you can see it only goes so far because of the front seat. But yeah, decent amount of leg room and room to get into the back seat, the third row. Now there's only car seat attachments here on the left side. The other side doesn't have it. You have the ability to push the button to get out there. USB cup holders, that kind of stuff in the third row. But yeah, decent amount of leg room, enough to where you can actually use this space for adults, not just kids. Here's the driver's seat. You can see the sun shining on it a little bit to kind of give you an idea of the color difference there. These are comfortable seats as well. Spent a lot of time driving this vehicle, so definitely appreciate the comfortable seats. Really good highway vehicle. The cargo area, I like the camera placement back here. But the cargo area needs a little bit of an improvement, or at least some kind of aftermarket accessory or something to be more usable. It has a decent amount of space here, but it's kind of ramped. And this surface is very slippery. So when you put stuff in here, things slide around, and then there's very little to allow to keep them from sliding out. So if you put your groceries back here, they're gonna slide around a lot, and then, you know, they can fall out because it's kind of like, you know, not much. It's kind of like a ramp. I don't know if you can tell, it's just kind of ramped down. So it's a little bit higher on this side and then lower on that side. This floor lifts up, and there's a tiny space underneath it, but and it's just kind of like strapped there to keep it from going too far if there's like an issue. This right here lifts up, and then you can see the jack and tools and stuff. But there's not much going on. I mean, this is just kind of not very impressive cargo management area. So for me, it would have to have some kind of bins or some kind of way to where I can put groceries in here. They're not, keep them from sliding out around and sliding down. Now you can fold these seats down. It's really nice. You can go ahead and fold the seats down like this to add to your cargo space, both the second row and the third row. But the issue I have with, as far as like carrying stuff, it's really nice for like a big box, because you have the ramp here and you can put a large box back here. But you can see there's nothing to keep it from going forward when you hit the brakes, you know? So once again, some kind of cargo management here. You put groceries here. you put whatever, it's gonna go that way when you hit the brakes because the surface is very slippery. So some kind of cargo management with this would help out with the usability of, say, just grocery shopping or picking up things. Just using this cargo area besides just like, you know, luggage or something, then, you know, it could be modified in some way to make it better. Probably an aftermarket solution to this, but you know, as it is, you know, it's worth thinking about how you're gonna handle that. There's a little storage area here. I don't know if you can see it. Little storage area, it's kind of out of sight. And has a little door that pops on and off, a little secret compartment, I guess you can say. There's a 12-volt power supply. It's only 150 watts though. But yeah, you can lower the back too by pressing this button. Just press it and hold it, and it'll lower it. You can raise and lower the back, and then you have the seat folding down the seats, which you can have a huge cargo area. You know, for like a large box or something like that, you could get like pick up a dryer or refrigerator, I guess, at the store with this thing. With a vehicle this size, this camera system is a lifesaver sometimes, especially if you're not used to driving a vehicle this huge. But you know, it kind of grows on you, kind of get an idea of where the edges of the vehicle are and how well this thing, the turning radius is really good. So you're able to kind of zip around once you get used to the size, but still, to have certainty, the camera does help out a lot. The suspension system in the Sport is supposed to be a little bit stiffer. I can't really tell the difference. It's fine either way with the other model, the other trims in this one. It seems to, you know, handle bumps and everything without being too floaty, but also without being too jarring. So it has a good suspension system overall for the size of the vehicle and the weight of the vehicle. You know, it's to be expected, a certain feel depending on what size the vehicle is. But this is kind of a bumpy road, and really it's not a big deal. Some vehicles have like this floaty effect or this super bouncy effect, and then, or it's just like a jarring, you know, like you're no suspension whatsoever feeling. This one is kind of a happy medium in a way, where it does have a little bit of a float or a little bit of a bounce, but nothing stands out as being, you know, overly too bad to where it's just a problem to drive. Where it excels is on the highway. You have a good stance, a good view. It accelerates just beautifully with this powertrain, and the engine, transmission, everything is just really good. Feels really good. The acceleration, it's unbelievable that it's a V6. Like it's with a vehicle this size and getting, let's see what I've been getting as far as fuel economy, 18.8 miles per gallon. So yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but for the vehicle this size, now to keep in mind, it does require premium fuel, so you got to calculate that into your expenses. But yeah, it's pretty impressive what they did with this vehicle. There's still some things they need to iron out, like the software system here, the integration with the Android Auto. It's a little bit of issues here and there. The charging pad probably has something to do with my phone, but it gets my phone really hot, and then sometimes it's actually like discharging at the same time. So I don't know what the deal is with that. When I'm using the Android Auto, it was like it was charging on my little battery chart on the phone. It showed charging, but yet I was declining in battery percentage. But yeah, and it was super hot. So not sure what that, it could be something to do with my phone maybe, or the phone case or whatever. Because it does, I mean, when you put it in there, it usually charges, but I guess it depends on what you're doing with it. The sound system, it has the Klipsch reference sound system. And if you haven't heard this brand, it's really good. It is a really good sound system. Not the absolute best that I've heard, but it is up there. It's really good. It fills in the sound in this large airspace nicely. It sounds even, doesn't sound too loud in one area or the other, and it just sounds clean, very clean and crisp. You know, there's no muddiness, there's no tinniness or anything like that. it just feels like a robust, powerful sound system that's clean. And that's the deal with the reference sound system. It's a reference grade sound system. So yeah, really good. I can't say enough about the Klipsch reference sound system in this vehicle. Yeah, interesting name, but yeah, the biggest drawback on this vehicle to me driving it has been the lane keep assist system, the ProPilot system. It is just bad. I can't use it. When I turn it on, it seems fine sometimes, and all of a sudden it just miscalculates the lines on the road or something, and it just jerks the steering wheel. Like I'm going 70 miles an hour, and it just jerks the steering wheel over into, you know, the line or whatever, and then it beeps at me for crossing the line, and it's like, and I let go of the steering wheel, and it goes back to the middle of the lane. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? It doesn't make any sense. So it's constantly fighting me. It's constantly beeping at me, and you know, it's just a system that's just not ironed out yet, and you know, definitely needs improvement for that. So I just simply turn off the lane assist system, all those lane systems on the vehicle. I just go through all the settings, turn it off, and then it's much more pleasurable to drive vehicle. Because it's not hard to drive, you know, so holding the lane is not hard. You know, as you can tell, I'm just by barely touching with my fingers, I'm able to, you know, hold the lane. So it's not really any benefit. It's actually worse with the system on, because it's like it's constantly fighting with you, and you know, sometimes it seems fine, but you, like, within 5 minutes it will become a problem, and to the point where it's almost make you lose control of the vehicle sometimes. This really is a problem. So, you know, that's my recommendation, is that to at least know where that button is to turn it off. And then that way, if you're driving along and it starts causing you a problem, you can simply just turn it off. I'm glad that you can press the button. You don't have to go into some, you know, setting here for the main system anyway. But yeah, that's my biggest issue with the vehicle, is the lane keep assist system, which probably can be solved with an update or something, right? So, like I said, there's things that needs to be ironed out, and it's mostly software related. The overall design and feel of the vehicle, speaking of feeling, it's got a nice massage seat. I love the interior. Did you see the blue interior? This is nice. Heated and cooled. The seats get a little hot. Okay, so if you have it on high, even if it's a freezing cold day, they're really hot. So, you know, you quickly turn those off, or turn it low, or, you know, almost, you know, after 5 minutes, you got to turn it down, even on the coldest day. But yeah, massage, you got heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, everything looks good, feels good on that. Very comfortable steering wheel. That's, you know, it's just a pleasure in that way to experience the vehicle, because it is kind of like a work of art in a way. Interior and exterior, you know, design features and the way it looks and how you experience it. Just a few things they just need to iron out, and this would be an exceptional vehicle. Now, they just came out with it. This is a 26 model, and they came out with it in 2025. So, you know, you would think this model they'd have this stuff ironed out, but not yet. It is still an ongoing issue. But hopefully they will iron that out before too long, because this is an exceptional vehicle, you know. And at this price range, you shouldn't have to deal with, you know, things like that you don't have to deal with, and, you know, much cheaper vehicles have these things ironed out already. Now, the navigation system does transfer over when you have the Android Auto in use, and you choose the map here on this screen, it will show it'll basically mirror the map over here as well. So for those that are wondering that. Some of the system over here for the climate control is, you know, I don't know, it could be designed a little bit better, I would say, because the way the placement of everything is. So, like, you have the heated seats here, but then you have the steering wheel over there, and it's kind of like, you know, kind of separated. And just little things like that, you know, if you just kind of group them together a little bit more tighter, so they're more of a logical place, You know, you get used to it, but it's not as intuitive as I think that they could have made it.